So, hi guys, I'm Aanchal. I'm the CEO of PMI. Who's heard of PMI here before? Anyone? Raise of hands. What does PMI do? But heard of it, okay. Who has seen an electric bus in Delhi? Okay. Who has seen a small green electric bus in Delhi? Who's the manufacturer of those small green electric buses in Delhi? So that is your answer. That is PMI. PMI is the second biggest electric bus manufacturer in the country. Any guesses for who's first? Tata is the first, and we are the second biggest electric bus manufacturer in the country. In the last session, we heard a lot about how Delhi has become a gas chamber, and that is essentially what we are trying to solve for. Currently, we have, of those who have seen those green electric buses in Delhi going around, which have been called as the Devi buses, 80% of the buses have been manufactured by us in our facilities here in Haryana. We have 2,700 electric buses running across the country, which is 30% of the market share of electric buses. We have electric buses running in Kargil, and we have electric buses running in Kerala, in Gujarat, in Calcutta, so across the geography, and obviously Delhi and Bombay. But our journey was not fueled through, and I'm going to skip the presentation because it's too boring and long and we are short of time. So I'm just going to quickly talk over some things. The company started with a vision. The vision was my father's, not mine. And the vision was not to make money, which we over time realize is equally important. But his vision was to do something more for sustainable transport in the country. He'd been building bus bodies for a long time, and around 2017, when diesel buses went away, came the transition to electric buses. And at that point, no one in the country knew how to make electric buses, not even Tatas. So for everyone, it's a learning moment. It was a new moment. And that is when, we thought, okay, when it comes to a bus, as opposed to a diesel one and electric bus, the only thing common is the bus body. We know it, we can do it. And that is how the company was born in 2017. And it has grown substantially from 2017 to today. And in this year, in financial year, in the calendar year 2025, we have been the biggest electric bus manufacturer. We've had the most number of registered electric buses in the country. So next time you are on either a Delhi road and you see those green buses, especially around South Delhi, look out for the name PMI at the back. Just quickly, one moment that changed our life. Again, we said there are many things that happen to a company besides funding. But for us, what changed our life was really our first round of funding. That gave us confidence that what we are doing is right. When we did our first round of funding, we did not even have an understanding of what an EBITDA versus a profit means. We did not understand what a CCD versus equity means, let alone negotiate on those things. Today, I can negotiate that better than most bankers. But so that really was the life-changing moment in our company's growth journey and in our growth journey. And eventually that led to 2 other rounds of equity investments. And we are going to be working on our IPO now. So look out for us, look out for buses. And every time you see an electric bus, remember us. We are the second biggest electric bus. And it's a name you're not going to forget when you leave the room today. Thank you.
Hi you guys. So मेरी पहली presentation है. मैं stage पे कभी present नहीं करती हूँ. Like sir said, हम लोग धंधे वाले लोग हैं यार. हम लोगों को धंधा चलाना आता है. बात शायद इतनी fabricated नहीं कर पाऊंगी. So which is why it's going to be very impromptu. So BigShip की starting कैसे हुई आप लोगों ने देखा. ये MSME clients हैं हम लोगों के जिनको हम celebrate कर पाते हैं, जो हमें भी celebrate कर पाते हैं. So मेरा अपना e-commerce था. And this is back in 2018, right? Shoes का e-commerce था. मैं hand painted shoes बनाती थी. और आप लोगों ने बिग बॉस में वो रंग बिरंगे जूते देखे होंगे, वो मेरे जूते थे, राइट? सो या मुझे लॉजिस्टिक्स नहीं समझ आता था फ्रैंकली. सो ई कॉमर्स स्टार्ट तो कर लिया, बट वन ऑफ द मेजर पेन पॉइंट्स फॉर मी वॉज कि लॉजिस्टिक्स अनमैनेज्ड होने की वजह से आई वॉज फेलिंग माई स्टार्टअप लाइक एनीथिंग. एंड देन 2020 हैपेंड. उस टाइम पे हम लोगों को समझ में आया कि यार अगर आई कम फ्रॉम अ वेरी एजुकेटेड बैकग्राउंड इन दैट सेंस, राइट और अगर मैं नहीं कर पा रही तो हम बात करते हैं, मोदी जी बात करते हैं कि हम डिजिटल करेंगे इंडिया को और हम लोग एक्सपोर्ट इम्पोर्ट करेंगे, पर करेंगे कैसे? अगर लॉजिस्टिक्स मैनेज नहीं होगा तो कैसे जाएंगे हम डिजिटल, राइट? सो थॉट प्रोसेस ये था कि इंडिया के लॉजिस्टिक्स को सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं, राइट और वहाँ से बिगशिप की जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई। बट आई थिंक जैसा हर एक स्टार्टअप एक गलती करता है, तो हमारी पहली गलती ये थी कि हम लोगों ने मार्केट में कॉम्पिटिटर्स को देखा और उनको रेप्लिकेट करना शुरू कर दिया। एंड वन अनदर मिस्टेक दैट वी गाइज डिड वाज कि हम लोगों ने बहुत फैंसी लोग हायर किए और शायद वो नहीं करना चाहिए था और यू नो दैट ऑल्सो फेल्ड। सो द ओनर्स केम ऑन मी कि या तो सेल्स करो या फिर बिगशिप के दरवाजे बंद कर दो, राइट? आई डिड नॉट कम फ्रॉम सेल्स बैकग्राउंड एट ऑल। आई एम अ वेरी फैंसी गर्ल इन दैट सेंस। वेबसाइट डिज़ाइन करा लो, शूज़ डिज़ाइन करा लो, बट मुझे बाय द बुक सेल्स नहीं आती थी। तो मैं लोगों से वो बात करती थी जो मेरे स्टार्टअप में फेल हुआ। उनको आरटीओ इशूज़, तो रिटर्न्स बहुत ज़्यादा आते थे, कैश ऑन डिलीवरी मैनेज नहीं होता था, ट्रैकिंग प्रॉपर नहीं होती थी, तो मैं उनकी पेन पॉइंट समझती चली गई। बट देन तब तक ई कॉमर्स सेक्टर में बहुत सारे एग्रीगेटर्स आ चुके थे एंड देन 2020 हैपेंड। 2020 कोविड आ गया, तो मैं ये बार बार कहती हूँ कि हमारा जो स्टार्टअप है वो कोविड बेबी है, राइट और वहाँ पे एक बहुत अच्छा ट्रांजिशन आया हम लोगों के लिए, जहाँ पे स्मॉल शिपमेंट्स के साथ साथ लोगों ने बिग शिपमेंट्स के बारे में बात करना शुरू किया कि हम लोगों को फर्नीचर शिप करना है, अब करें कैसे और वो कहाँ से आया। सो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सी स्टोरी है ये अगेन। सो अब क्या हो रहा था कि दुकानों के ताले लग गए थे, रिटेलर्स के ताले लग गए थे, बट मैन्युफैक्चरर्स तो अभी भी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर रहे थे और उन लोगों ने अपने प्रोडक्ट्स एनलिस्ट कर दिए थे ऑन प्लेटफॉर्म्स लाइक अमेजॉन एंड फ्लिपकार्ट एंड ऑल दोज मार्केट प्लेसेस। कुछ लोगों ने अपनी वेबसाइट्स भी शुरू कर ली थी। बट ये बिग शिपमेंट्स, मतलब आज आप चेयर पे बैठे हुए हैं, हम पोडियम पे खड़े हुए हैं, इनको किस तरीके से शिप किया जाए उसका सोल्यूशन मार्केट में कोई दे ही नहीं रहा था, राइट? सो एक बहुत अजीब बट बहुत लाइफ चेंजिंग अगेन वाकया हुआ। सो देयर वाज दिस गाय फ्रॉम भिवाड़ी, मेडिसिन्स करते थे ये और आज भी हमारे थैंकफुली क्लाइंट हैं, और उन्होंने मुझे बोला 35 केजी के 2 डब्बे हैं, कैसे भेजने हैं? तो हमारे पास सोल्यूशन अवेलेबल था स्मॉल शिपमेंट्स का, आधा 1 किलो, 1.5 किलो, 2 किलो, दैट वाज द ई कॉमर्स दैट यूज्ड टू रन दैट टाइम। अब मुझे लगा बहुत गोल्डन क्लाइंट है, तो मैंने ½ केजी का प्राइस के हिसाब से मल्टीप्लाई करके 70 केजी का प्राइस दे दिया। तो उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि मैडम आप तो मजाक कर रहे हो, ये कैसे होएगा, मेडिसिन में इतना मार्जिन है क्या? तो मैंने उनको बोला कि यही सोल्यूशन अवेलेबल है और है ही नहीं, आप सब कुछ मांग रहे हो, ट्रैकिंग भी मांग रहे हो, कैसे करेंगे? अब वो मेरे पीछे लगे रहे, टू एंड फ्रो लगे रहे। बट अगेन मतलब ऑल द मैन इन द हाउस प्लीज डोंट गेट ऑफेंडेड, ये एक रियल सिचुएशन है, राइट? सो मुझे लगा वो वुमनाइजर है फ्रैंकली, ठीक है? तो मैंने उनको बोला, मैंने कहा आप मेरे से मत बात करो फ्रैंकली, क्योंकि मेरे पास सोल्यूशन नहीं है यार, इफ़ यू आर टॉकिंग टू अ वुमन जस्ट बिकॉज द यू नो देयर इज अ वुमन। तो बहुत ख़राब हो गया, उनका भी ईगो हर्ट हो गया। एंड देन ही सेंट मी अ सोल्यूशन, ही सेड मैडम ये मार्केट में अवेलेबल है और मैं सिर्फ ऐसी बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ आपसे। और वहाँ से एक चाबी मिल गई हम लोगों को, वेयर इन वी फाउंड आउट दैट ओके, जो हम लोग 45 रुपीज़ ½ केजी का बात कर रहे हैं, वो 7, 7.5, 5 रुपये, 6 रुपये किलो की भी प्राइसिंग अवेलेबल है। सो मैं अपने ऑपरेशंस वाले के पीछे लग गई कि यार ये अवेलेबल है, ढूंढ। ही वॉज लाइक 15 साल से मैडम मैं हूँ इंडस्ट्री में, ऐसा है ही नहीं। सो आई वाज लाइक ईदर यू डू इट और आई गो डू इट। एंड देन वी फाउंड आउट कि हाँ ये सोल्यूशंस अवेलेबल हैं। सो बिग शिपमेंट्स की शुरुआत इस तरीके से हुई। बिग शिप का नाम कभी भी बिग शिपमेंट्स के लिए नहीं रखा था, हम लोगों को नहीं लगा था कि हम इतना ग्रो कर जाएंगे थैंकफुली। बट या दिस हैज़ बीन द जर्नी, वी गाइज हैव बीन you know undisputed people for like 10 kg plus shipments till 5000 kg for like good 4 years, bootstrapped हैं, अपना बिजनेस खुद चलाते हैं हम लोग, पैसा नहीं फूकते हम लोग। लाइक यू सेड वी सेलिब्रेट दिस, मतलब मैं बनिया हूँ तो मैं बनियों की तरह बिजनेस चलाती हूँ, राइट? सो या दिस हैज़ बीन आवर जर्नी टिल नाउ। सो अब विजन क्या है, राइट? पार्ट ट्रक लोड तो हो गया, 10 केजी से 5000 किलो हो गया, बट विजन ये है कि आज अगर बिहार में बैठा हुआ कोई मटके वाला या कोई पीतल का काम कर रहा है और वो अपना कैश ऑन डिलीवरी यूएस कैलिफोर्निया में किसी जगह भेजना चाहता है, वहाँ कैश ऑन डिलीवरी की सर्विस देना चाहता है, तो वो कैसे हो? दिस इज़ व्हाट माय vision is, that logistics should be so easy for every Tom, Dick and Harry who is dreaming even the smallest dream possible. This is what we guys are doing at BigShip, and we have been thankfully able to run this show for good 4 years, or yeah, that's about me. So yeah.
Thank you everyone. Thanks for giving this chance. And good to be here when we are celebrating startups of Delhi. I've been a Delhi boy all my life. In fact, did my schooling also in Delhi, college, IIT Delhi. In fact, many familiar faces here. Mr. Ankur Mittal, he was the one who trained me for financial analysis. And after IIT Delhi, I started my career as an investment banker in Hong Kong. So, although it was investment banking, a very lucrative job, but वो सैलरी वाला फील नहीं आता था. Because my father is a shopkeeper, तो वो शाम को गल्ला गिनना, that was like real pleasure rather than month end में सैलरी आना. So the idea which changed everything was I met a Chinese guy. I was helping a lot of Chinese companies for their IPOs at that time. So someone told me that what's happening in China right now will happen in India in next 10 years. So exactly after 10 years, means after 2011, in 2021, we had the first Indian startups IPO. So I actually left my job at that time, came back to India and started looking for some kind of problem which I can solve. So I started working with a lot of startups. I worked with Policy Bazaar, Paisa Bazaar. And then eventually, I'll skip some slides from here. So I wanted to solve the problem of housing. So during COVID, that moment came. The problem was on our TV screens. People were moving away from cities. They didn't have houses. So we realized that India has the highest homeless population in the world. And there are so many lenders. There are about 150 housing finance companies and they're looking for customers. So we created a platform basic where, the idea is that we want to solve this problem, slums. We want people to have, good housing. It should not be home loan. It should be home loaner. And that's why we started building it. And we thought that the problem can be solved from ecosystem. If we solve for the whole ecosystem, so like we work for the customer, but we work for the real estate developers, we work for real estate agents, we work for the bank, and I've mentioned some problems which we're trying to solve. In fact, our model is phygital. We believe that home loans are not like an impulse buying product that you can go online and buy it. You need an advisor, you need a handholding. So we have a phygital kind of approach where, almost apart from the property valuation, documentation, everything is done digitally. And we help the customer in, going to the bank, going to the court, going to, the local real estate authorities to get all clearances, totally free of cost. And we have been working from past 5 years now. So and our focus is affordable housing loans in India. 60% of our customers are into that segment. 70% of our customers are low to mid-income households. And 40% of our disbursements are in tier 2, tier 3 cities. In fact, there is a data point that in India, beyond, top 100 cities, mortgage penetration is less than 1%. आज भी लोग private money lenders इन सबसे पैसा लेते हैं. Although there are banks who want to lend, but there is no distribution. So we are building that distribution. We are doing business in 150 cities. And through this advisor-led approach, there are around, now 150 almost banks on our platform. And on a monthly basis, we are, catering to about 7 to 8,000 crores of home loan applications. And in fact, एक element जो था मैंने बताया कि that we have a, advisor kind of approach. So we are launching India's first AI led, human assistant or AI assistant for home loans. We're launching it soon, and you can come to our website. You will get queries to solutions to all your queries related to real estate, your home loans. It will automatically apply for your home loan and do everything there. I wanted to meet Mr. Madan Gopal, that he is leading AI initiatives, so maybe he can help us there. He's left, I guess. So, but yeah, so that's our story, and hopefully we'll keep on, building on this in future. Thanks.
So my name is Swati Bhargava. I'm the co-founder of CashKaro and EarnKaro. And I can only say कि अगर आप हमारी इन दोनों apps में से एक app नहीं use कर रहे तो you are definitely losing out on real cash, which you could be getting. And I always think that we all work so hard for our money, but we don't do anything to save it. So that's what we help you do. But at the core of it, the problem that we are solving is actually for all e-commerce brands, and we're helping them acquire customers at the lowest cost possible compared to Google and Meta especially. अभी e-commerce में companies profitable क्यों नहीं है? Because losses are there. And why? Because we're spending so much on marketing as an ecosystem. So we work with Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, all the D2C brands. We're the largest affiliate for all these partners, and we drive about 6,000 crores of sales every year to them via our two apps, CashKaro and EarnKaro. So CashKaro can be used by all of you if you're shopping online on Amazon, Myntra, even if you're booking on booking.com. You can just go to these sites via CashKaro and you get extra cash back from us. तो अब तक हमने 1,000 crores cashback दिया है सबको, and this is based on a very popular cashback idea which is already there in US, China. Every large e-commerce market has cashback. But given the question was around three changes, things that happened that changed our journey. One big change that happened was when we actually launched EarnKaro. So EarnKaro is being used by all influencers, whether on Telegram, Instagram, YouTube, and they're using it to make their affiliate links. And they share these on their group and earn money whenever somebody shops from their link, because they're earning commissions by us when they are sharing links in their groups. How much money are they earning? Can you imagine? 50 lakhs a month, some people are earning. There's also a guy, by the way, who earns 1 crore a month. So you can imagine the kind of impact that EarnKaro has had. वो तो बहुत बड़े numbers हैं, but even if you look at housewives, students, many of them are sharing their EarnKaro affiliate links. Like I could be part of a WhatsApp group, right? And somebody tells me, did you buy this from Myntra? And I'm like, normally I would give them my Myntra link. Now I will go to EarnKaro, paste that Myntra link, make my affiliate link for that, and then share it. So if somebody, is shopping via my link, मुझे 10% commission मिलेगी. So that's how housewife students are also using EarnKaro, and that's how we are enabling large-scale income generation. And two other, quick stories which had a change. First was my own personal journey. I grew up in Ambala, which is a small town, and I never really thought that I'm going to be studying abroad and, doing anything like that. But I got a scholarship to study in Singapore for my A-levels, then a scholarship to the London School of Economics. Then I worked at Goldman Sachs in London for 5 years doing investment banking. And I think my personal journey is a great testament to the fact that कभी भी ये नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि हम कैसे select होंगे. Why should we try? Until you go for it, you won't know it. Because when I applied for that Singapore scholarship, I told my dad, what are the chances that a girl from Ambala is among the top 25 students who will get this scholarship? So if I had not applied and I had not gone, from Ambala after 10th, my journey would have been completely different. And second change that happened was when we got Mr. Ratan Tata on board as an investor. So we've raised 250 crores so far, and Mr. Tata was one of them. And I sat across from him on the table, for those 20 minutes, which got him to invest. And I think that changed everything, right? People believe in your business very differently when you're backed by Mr. Tata. And the third, defining moment was 3 years ago, I had a kidney transplant. I had this kidney problem for the last 20 years. And in that 3 years ago, wala timeline, we were raising our Series C, which was 130 crores. And at that time, I was at a kidney function of 4% and a hemoglobin of 5.5. And I was pretty much doing both in parallel. We were doing transplant preparation. I was doing fundraise as well, because I said, of course, I'm not going to get my transplant until this is done. It's not that I wouldn't have got it agar wo nahi hota, but that was my mental goal ki dono cheezon ko side by side karna hai. And they both happened side by side. And, I was just as, calm during when I would go to the hospital in the morning and do a shareholder pitch in the second half. And I think that was because I believed that the universe has my back. So I think faith is a very strong thing, and that can actually be a defining thing for all of us. Thank you so much for having me.